I'd like to remind everybody that WAIF, as your community radio station, serves only to open its airways to responsible, divergent points of view. The opinions expressed on this program do not reflect those of WAIF, other staff, board of trustees, or programmers. The opinions expressed are my own. Thanks again for joining me. 8 to 10 p.m., the greatest story ever told. Ramblin' Rob here. I'd like to do a couple shout-outs in a little bit. We're going to cover real quick what happened today in Grateful Dead history. A lot happening, of course. New Year's Eve, a big time for the guys. They took December off, relaxed off their hard tour after tour after tour type of lifestyle. Usually took December off, and then rocked it out on New Year's Eve with epic shows. Some of the best ones. I always made sure when I was getting music, I always tried to get the New Year's Eve shows. They were always really good. A couple PSAs. First, we'll do a couple shout-outs here. Wanted to shout out to Smokestack Cindy and family. Thanks again for all the support. All the Facebook friends and worldwide listeners. Thanks again. I appreciate you guys spreading the love and the word about Ramblin' Rob and WAIF. Also, the YouTube watchers, all the guys that watch, and girls that watch the old shows up on YouTube. Thanks again for supporting me and letting me know that you like the Grateful Dead. Also, big shout out to the Rumpke Mountain Boy family. They're having a big shindig down at the Thompson House tonight. I'm sure you want to go down there if you don't have anything better to do. It's New Year's Eve. David Gans, also a big shout out to you. We're going to be touching base with him tomorrow. Doing a little interview with him. He's got a book coming out about, of course, the Grateful Dead. New album. What can I say? The guy's, I like to call him the Benjamin Franklin of the Grateful Dead. He's a true Renaissance man, and appreciate his time tomorrow. Also, a big shout out to Brian and Mary Jo and Sam and family. We're going to be stopping out tomorrow, so I hope to touch base with you guys as early as possible. Chris times 4, all the Chris's that listen. I appreciate that. Lyle and Scarlett, thanks again for the support. Lyle, again, appreciate the music theme song there. Nice guy Eddie, big shout out to you. Hope you're listening. And the Cleveland family, Don and Travis and all the family up there. If I forgot anybody, sorry about that. I only have so much time. But big happy New Year's Eve. You guys try to be safe out there. We have a lot of imperial activity out there. So if you're drinking and driving, they will probably catch you. So don't do that. Bad things can happen a lot of way around. So, that being said, we're going to cover what happened today in Grateful Dead history. Like I said, I need to take a deep breath because a lot was going on today in Grateful Dead history. Today, 66, Fillmore Auditorium, the first Bill Graham New Year's Eve show. 1968, Winterland Arena included Breakfast, yummy. 1969, the Boston Tea Party. 1970, Winterland Arena, TV broadcast. The last 4 songs were on the FM. 1971, Winterland, Saturday night guest appearance, Donna Jean, before she became a full member. FM broadcast on KSAN. First Big River, first Chinatown Shuffle. Last, same thing. 1972, Winterland, 2 songs with David Crosby, an FM broadcast on KSAN. 76, Epic Show, Cow Palace, Dally, California. KSAN FM broadcast. Also, Bill Graham appears out of a giant hourglass. 1977, Winterland. 78 again, Winterland. Guest Matt Kelly, Lee Oscar, Greg Errico, Ken Kesey, John Cipollina. FM broadcast, TV broadcast. And Bill Graham flies in on a giant joint. One of the great ones. Blues Brothers, then New Riders, then the Grateful Dead. Yummy. Last, We Bid You Goodnight. And Breakfast, of course, at dawn. So that's just a partial list. 1979, Oakland Auditorium Arena, Oakland, California. John Cipollina guest. Bill Graham flies out of a truck dressed as a butterfly. 1980, Oakland Auditorium. Acoustic electric set. Guest Matt Kelly and John Cipollina. Last All Around This World. Last Sunshine Daydream. So it says. Bill Graham rides in on top of a giant skull. 81, Oakland again, acoustic, 3 electric sets. Guest Joan Baez, Matt Kelly, John Cipollina. Bill Graham flies in on a joint again. Only Banks of the Ohio. Last Bobby McGee. Last Bye Bye Love. Last Children of the 80s. Last Dark Star. Last Lucifer Eyes. 82. The Oakland Auditorium guest. Etta James, Tower of Power. Great show. Played a couple of things from that a couple years ago. So we really like that show. Highly recommend. It's on YouTube if you don't have it, you can go check it out on YouTube. And I believe the second night they played together is the better of the two. So yeah, check it out. Tower of Power and Etta James, just a total straight blues set, kicking butt and taking names. Let's see. That was an FM broadcast too. John Cipollina, Matt Kelly also showed up. Bill Graham rides in on a giant mushroom. Last Baby What You Want. Last Hard to Handle. Last Tell Mama. 1983, San Francisco Civic Auditorium. Third set with Rick Danko and Maria Mulder. That was an FM broadcast. Bill Graham appears out of a globe. Last Big Boss Man. The Only Goodnight Irene. The Last Midnight Hour. 1984, San Francisco Civic Auditorium. Bill Graham rides in on a lightning bolt. FM broadcast that day. 1985, Oakland Coliseum. 3 tunes with Baba Adetunji. FM broadcast, TV broadcast. Bill Graham rides in on a giant birthday cake, and I believe one of his children was actually in the cake or something like that. 1986, we had Henry J. Kaiser Convention Center, Oakland, California. Bill Graham flies in dressed as an eagle. Of course, FM broadcast. They all are. 1987, Oakland Coliseum, third set with the Neville Brothers. Good show there. Encore with Ramblin' Jack Elliott. David Nelson. Bill Graham rides in on the Golden Gate Bridge. That was a rare, I think the first one for the Dead, the pay-per-view TV broadcast. I remember that, and I didn't want to pay, so I didn't watch it. But it was a radio broadcast, too. Last Day-O and Only Do You Want to Dance. 1988, Oakland Coliseum guest Clarence Clemens blows the roof off the place. Baba Adetunji again. Kitaro and Sikuro Adepuji. It was an FM broadcast. Bill Graham rides in on a giant mirror ball. 1989, the Oakland Coliseum. Guest Bonnie Raitt, Tara Hart. Arito. That was an FM broadcast. Last Big Boss Man. Last Midnight Hour. Bill Graham dressed as a chicken lands on and cracks a giant egg open. And 2 baby New Year's hatched. I think one of his kids was in there, not the birthday cake. 1990, that was a Branford Marsalis show. That's a pretty good show. So you guys want to check that out. Hamza El-Din, also Bill Graham, lowered to the stage dressed as a witch doctor with a bunch of fire dancers and spinning fire people around him. And that was supposedly the last Johnny B. Good also. But you just never know about that. And the last time the guys played, 1991, Oakland Coliseum, Arito Maria joined the guys. Okay, well, that was it on Today in Grateful Dead History. That was a lot. I think this guy did a lot. So let's get on with some of that. We got a couple good PSAs for you guys. I want to remind everybody about the old drinking and driving thing. Don't do that. It's bad. Bad things can happen. Today in Grateful Dead history, we're going to journey back to 1971, Winterland Arena, the aforementioned show. Do a little ramble on Rose, and we're going to touch base with the epic 30 Days of the Dead. In case you guys don't know, Dead.net has a little treat every November, 30 days of downloads from Dave Lemieux, the Vault archivist. So you guys want to go there? I think it's still around. Better check it out. Going quick. It's New Year's Eve. But, check that out, 30 Tasty Treats. I'm going to feature some of those tracks. We're going to be getting into a little bit of a great Dark Star, a little China Rider. Music Never Stopped. A little He's Gone Jam, and if we have time, some Uncle John's Band. Also going to be featuring some David Gans and some Rumpke Mountain Boys a little bit in the show. And I hope you guys are having a safe and great New Year's. Live streaming worldwide, all of our great programs. WAIF's website does have a Android and smartphone app for your phone. I don't have a smartphone, as you can tell. They have a little app for your phone, so you can download that, listen to us anywhere. And I'll quit rambling. Let's get on with some of that good stuff. Like I say, we're going to start out with a Ramble on Rose from 71.
Thursday nights from always awesome tunes and always Grateful Dead. Yeah, Ramblin' Rob, well, he's your host, streaming on the web from coast to coast. Check it as YouTube shows of old. It's Ramblin' Rob's greatest story ever told.
Joe's Landscaping. This is Joe.
Oh, hey, Joe. I'd like an estimate to install a sprinkler system in the forest.
Okay, your property's on forest land?
Oh, no. It is the forest.
I don't follow.
Well, I'm calling around for estimates to install sprinklers throughout our forests.
What?
Let me explain. We're a grassroots group looking for funding to combat people's recklessness with fire in the forest. We can't get funding if we don't have an estimate, so,
Are you serious?
Yeah. We're calling it the National Sprinkler System. Isn't that great?
You want to know how much a sprinkler system would run you for the forest?
Uh-huh.
That doesn't even make sense, sir.
Oh, no. Oh, you know what? You're right. Maybe we should just map out Olympic National Forest first.
Is this a joke?
No. Imagine being able to flip a switch and put a fire out.
Flip a switch. You know how much land you're talking about?
I know it seems big, Joe.
Seems big.
Well, they built that pipeline thing. That's pretty big.
No. I'm sorry, I can't help.
Wait, Joe.
Only you can prevent wildfires. Brought to you by Smokey Bear, the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, the Ad Council, and this station.
At a wedding reception, Bill shows the telltale signs of being wasted. In the moment, Bill decides to knight himself. Sir parties a lot. He begins his champagne toast with, "So the groom and I meet 5 cheerleaders in Cancun." Then he asks the bride if she should really be wearing white. He tells family friends he's a love doctor. On the dance floor, he rips off his tuxedo shirt. He swings it over his head and asks the photographer, "Are you getting this?" He dives on the floor and does the worm. Bill tells the best man he'll see him at the after party, and the best man's sister at the after party.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many to drive. But what if you've had just one too many to drive? Never underestimate just a few. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, the Ad Council, and this station.
Bring out your date!
Just like Jack the Ripper, just like Mojo Ham, just like Billy Sunday in a shotgun ragtime band, just like New York City, just like Jericho, raise the halls, climb the walls, get out when they blow. Did you say your name was Ramblin' Rose? Ramble on, baby. Settle down easy. Ramble on, Rose. Just like Jack and Jill, Papa told the jailer, one go up, one go down, nothing for the jailer. Just like Jack and Jill, Papa told the jailer, one heat up and one cool down. Do yourself a favor. Did you say your name was Ramblin' Rose? Ramble on, baby. Settle down easy. Ramble on, road. I'm gonna sing you 100 verses in race. roll. Just like Wolfman Jack, sitting flush with the royal blood, aces back to back. Just like Mary Shelley, just like Frankenstein. Clank your chains and count your change, try to walk the line. Did you say your name was Ramblin' Rose? Ramble on, baby. Settle down easy. Ramble on, Rose. I'm gonna sing you 100 verses in ragtime. I know this sound, it ain't ever gonna end. I'm gonna march you up and down the local county line, take you to the leader of the band. Goodbye, Mama and Papa. Goodbye, Jack and Jill. The grass ain't greener, the wine ain't sweeter, either side of the hill. Oh, did you say your name was Ramblin' Rose? Ramble on, baby. Settle down easy. Ramble on, Rose. Ramble on, Rose.
Man, I remember when a dime bag cost a dime. You know what I mean?
Dark star crashes, pouring its light into ashes. Breeze unfettered, the forces tear loose from the axis. Searchlight casting for faults in the clouds of delusion. Shall we go, you and I, while we can? Through the transitive nightfall of dawn. mirror shatters, informs reflections of matter. Glass and dissolving in ice, till flowers revolving. Lady in velvet recedes in the nights of goodbye. Shall we go, you and I, while we can? Through the transitive night for dawn of diamond.
None other than the Grateful Dead there. No little Dark Star rocking out your New Year's Eve. I'm Ramblin' Rob. You're listening to the greatest story ever told on WAIF 88.3 FM. Thanks again for joining us. We've got an eclectic mix of music here. Saturdays from 6 to 8 p.m. Stop channel surfing and dive into the current sound that is the Rockin' and Surfin' Show. Catch air with Rocket Rick and the Midwest Surf Guide, longtime surfers, 35 years and counting, on the air at WAIF 88.3 FM on your dial. The Rockin' and Surfin' Show. Great guys. Know them both personally. Love to listen sporadically to the great tunes from the coast. Keep rockin' and surfing, guys. You can also check out WAIF's website, WAIF883.org. We have an updated programming grid. Also, we have open slots. That's right. If you've got a good idea for a program, become a member here. It's quick and easy. WAIF is a community-supported radio. You guys keep us on the air. Keep the best in live Grateful Dead, jam bands, and great regional acts coming to you each and every week. $25 is all we ask. If you have more, great. If you have less, we'll take it to WAIF883.org. And you'll see a little coffee cup on the right. Click that. Mention old Ramblin' Rob in the comments or remarks section. And we'll be happy to keep playing that good old Grateful Dead every Thursday, 8 to 10. Okay, well, I've got a YouTube channel. Want you guys to know about that. About 175 old shows uploaded. Also have a Facebook page. Drop by, Ramblin' Rob. Let me know what you want to hear on the radio for this great 2016. Also, we do have our DJ for a day. It's kind of held over from our member-a-thon in the fall. For the $100 level, you get to pick a little playlist and stop in with Taper Jesse and myself and become a DJ for a day. We'll show you how to do it. We'll spin some vinyl there for you and get you on the air and record it. And we'll also upload it to YouTube for you so you can send it out to your friends and family and say, hey, look, I was a DJ. Look, I've got proof. The world knows. Also, we have open slots for the greatest story ever told. Open slots for bands as far as local bands, regional bands, great acts you'd like to hear maybe in studio, great bands that you think I should know about and don't know about. Let me know. Ramblin' Rob on Facebook. But we do have some open slots. Let me know, guys, because they do tend to fill up a little bit quickly. Also, a big congrats to Taper Jesse. I don't know if you guys tuned in on Christmas Eve, but Taper Jesse, my co-host, got married live on the air. Congrats to him and his wife, Osh, and their family. Big shout out to you guys. Hope everything went well. I popped in and listened sporadically throughout the night. Evan Ray popped in, and like I said, Evan Ray's kind of our Andy Williams and Perry Como and Jimi Hendrix all rolled up into one. He played a great set, I will say. So, unfortunately, it wasn't recorded, but big shout out to you guys. Thanks for keeping G-Set alive and well on Christmas Eve. Also, you guys may wonder, hey, you didn't say anything about Jordan's Jam. Well, that's because our entire show tonight is Jordan's Jam. We're going to be playing all kinds of good music on New Year's Eve. Been doing the Jordan's Jam for 1 year. Jordan McElroy passed away on New Year's Day last year, missed by all. He was a lovable little imp, so we're going to dedicate this whole show to him. Okay, let's get on with some music, guys. How about... we got a great little thing happening over at the Thompson House. It's some David Gans, Rumpke Mountain Boys, Restless Leg String Band. I think maybe Born Cross-Eyed. So let's do a little rocking out to some RLSB, a little Grateful Dead, and then we'll switch gears going into some David Gans and Born Cross-Eyed. We'll call this our Thompson House segment. Going to get some Rumpke Mountain Boys a little bit later on in the show. So I'm also keeping you guys in the dark tonight. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to be hearing some of those tasty little nuggets from the 30 Days of the Dead from the Vault live tracks that Dave Lemieux releases each and every November, one a day. But I'm not telling you when they're from. You know why? Because I want you to go to dead.net, download them for free yourself, and then you'll know. So I'm on day 7. You just heard a 22-minute Dark Star from day 7. We're going to switch gears in between the Restless Leg and David Gans. Going to do a song from the 8th. Yeah, I'm not even going to tell you what it is. That's how tricky I am. Oh, well. Tune in each and every week, 8 to 10. Taper Jesse and Ramblin' Rob bring you the best in live Grateful Dead jam bands and regional acts, including these guys.
Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Swim and I learned to survive. Learn how to drink moonshine. Learn to deal with all the bad times and troubles, and I learned to be free in my mind. In Kentucky, where I was born and raised. In Kentucky, where I was born and raised. I was dragged to the side of the road in Ohio, headed out from Jubilee. Sit here and wait and just contemplate when I'm going
kids get?
I bought this cool pencil holder.
Far out, man. I haven't seen a bong in years.
San Francisco, the Grateful Dead.
Like a diamond, I judge a leaf of all colors, plays a golden string fit out to a double. We bought a fall over my back. From out of silk drum, I rang a silent bell beneath a shower of pearls in the eagle-winged palace of the Queen child. your baby from rolling in your arms. Lay down last night, Lord, I could not take my rest. Lay down last night, Lord, I could not take my rest. My mind was wandering like the wild geese in the wind. The sun will shine in my back door someday. The sun will shine in my back door someday. March winds will blow all my troubles away. Wish I was a headlight on a northbound train. I wish I was a headlight on a northbound train. I'd shine my light through the cool Colorado rain. I know you're right, gonna miss me when I'm gone. I know you're right, gonna miss me when I'm gone. Gonna miss your baby from rolling in your arms. I know you're right, gonna miss me when I'm gone, gone. I know you're right, gonna miss me when I'm gone, gone. Gonna miss your baby from rolling in your arms.
He was like a god walking amongst mere mortals.
Cruising down the boulevard of smoking dreams, trying not to worry about what it means. It's not as trivial as it might seem. Come on down to the river and drown. Let's go down to the river and drown. Ain't nothing shaking in this old town. Get out on the highway and follow that sound. Come on down to the river and drown. Now Jonathan's home life wasn't too nice, trapped in a prison of unsound advice. He heard the river calling and he didn't think twice. Mary and Elizabeth pitch in a tent. A day at the river is a day well spent. They need a miracle to pay their rent. Going down to the river and drown. Let's go down to the river and drown. Ain't nothing shaking in this old town. Get out on the highway and follow that sound. Long, tall Sally strumming her guitar. She got a new tattoo of a moon and a star. Week after next, she's got a gig in a bar. Julie took a wrong turn right out of school. 17 years in the bed of a fool. Now she's at the river and everything's cool. Going down to the river and drown. While he's making big bucks riding the boom, pushing them .coms from dawn till doom. Tonight he'll dance by the light of the shroom. Going down to the river and drown. Let's go down to the river and drown. Ain't nothing shaking in this old town. Get out on the highway and follow that sound. Come on down to the river and drown. Louis takes a bong hit and lets it fly, raving like the raven that the end is nigh. He's been on this rant since Pigpen died. Going down to the river and drown. Let's go down to the river and drown. Ain't nothing shaking in this old town. Get out on the highway and follow that sound. Come on down to the river and drown. Day at the river is a dream well dreamed. It can do wonders for your self-esteem. You don't need a coupon to get redeemed. I could go on talking, but I'm starting to bore. Next time I see you, I will tell you some more. Just remember what a metaphor is for. When you go down to the river and drown. Let's go down to the river and drown. Ain't nothing shaking in this old town. Get out on the highway and follow that sound. Come on down to the river and drown. Let's go down to the river and drown. Ain't nothing shaking in this old town. Get out on the highway and follow that sound.
Bit of David Gans there from his solo acoustic album, only on WAIF 88.3 FM. Speaking of only on WAIF, it's Sunday night. You're bringing the weekend to a close and preparing for the new week. Why not take a trip to the motherland, Africa, for music, news, and information? That's Africa Village Buka with Olabanjo Adigun and Patrick Linga, 6 to 8 p.m. Sundays on 88.3 WAIF. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a lot of good shows. Everything from gospel, jazz, blues, Django Reinhardt, you name it, we got it. Country, rock, surf metal. We have everything. Well, since we're wrapping up the new year here, wanted to just give a couple shout-outs. We had a busy 2015. Got a co-host, Taper Jesse. Big shout-out to him. Thanks again for joining me, making the show a little bit better and a lot brighter. So big shout out to him. Big news here on the Greatest Story Ever Told. Got an official co-host. We still have Smokestack Cindy as our on-deck special reserve co-host. She actually hosted the program for probably about a year and a half there. So I'm going to just run through real quick who we had in here in 2015, and I just wanted to say thanks for spending a little bit of time either in studio or on the phone with me. We had a lot of great people in studio. Tried to accent and highlight the local and regional acts a lot more than I have in previous years this last year. So big shout out. In no particular order, we're just going to go in chronological order here, kids. Glow Stick Willie, also Mike Conley and Dave Napier from the Maui Pranksters. Also Nick Sudbury, Tom Constantin from the Grateful Dead. Thanks again for the phoner. Paradigm Shift, David Gans. Thanks again. Be touching base with him tomorrow. Tracy Johnson and Dan Bent. Strange Mechanics, Bill Kurtzenberger, Herb Green. Big shout out to the new Old Cavalry crew. We also had the complete Maui Pranksters, the whole band. Thanks again for joining me. Emily and the Lost Cat Ramblers, thanks again for joining me. Evan Ray a couple times this year, and especially on Christmas Eve. Thanks again. Blue Moon Soup, thanks again for joining Ramblin' Rob. The Restless Leg String Band, thanks again for showing up in studio. The Family Band, a great little band there. We had a lot of fun that night. Also Greener Ground from Colorado. Dave Katz from Acousticuca. Lyle Solo, just one name, like Cher. Smile and Joe, Freak Bass, Arrows of Neon, Subterranean House Band, Infinity Project, Twig and Leaf, Vessel, Chris Grosser Jr., and lastly, me. Hey, yeah, I showed up even here on New Year's Eve. I showed up for you guys. So, like I said, this whole show is a Jordan's Jam. It's a great show. We've got a lot of good stuff from the 30 Days of the Dead. And also, we just got a little RLSB and David Gans out of the way. We're going to roll into some Born Cross-Eyed and some more Grateful Dead. And then some more Grateful Dead. And then maybe some Rumpke Mountain Boys. And then possibly, some more Grateful Dead. Yeah, I'm predictable as the sunrise, kids. Really don't stray too far off the beaten path. And that beaten path is full of the Grateful Dead. So I heard two good things. Well, I made one of them up, but I heard one good thing the other day when talking about the Grateful Dead. They were saying, the Grateful Dead, it's a lot like mining when you're listening to the guys, when you got all these, all these concerts you have on disc or CD or tape or reel to reel, what have you. It's kind of like mining, sometimes you get gold and other times you get the shaft. So yeah, I thought that was appropriate after having been at one or so of those shows where I felt like I truly did get the shaft. 93-ish. Anyway, also I always like to call the Grateful Dead the Deer Meeting Music. Everybody loves to hear you play the Grateful Dead until they find out what it is they're listening to, and then they spit it out like it tastes bad. Anyway, let's get on with some more of that stuff that I was talking about, that music. I'm going to quit rambling, let you guys rock out this New Year's Eve. Happy 2016. We're on the dawn of a new year. I'm sure it's going to be a much better year than 2015. No matter what your 2015 was, for good or bad, I'm sure this year is going to be all that much better. And it will be all that much better when you become a member for $25 to keep Old Ramblin' Rob on the air. WAIF883.org. Kid, you see a coffee cup, hit it, fill it full of money, put Ramblin' Rob in the remarks section, and we'll be happy.
Man, that's what I call a New York joint, man. You can pick your teeth with a New York joint.
Just gotta poke around.
And your name is?
Mary Jane.
Really?
There's mosquitoes on the river, fish are rising up like birds. And it's been hot for 7 weeks now, too hot to even speak now. Did you hear what I just heard? Say it might have been a fiddle, or it could have been the wind. Well, there seems to be a beat now. I can feel it in my feet now. Listen, here it comes again.
There's a band on the highway. They're hot stepping into town. It's a rainbow full of sound. It's fireworks, clouds, and clowns. And everybody's dancing. Come on, children, come on and clap your hands. Well, the 2 weeks came on down, and the moon came up and wide, and the stars be spinning dizzy. Oh, the man felt so busy, he forgot about the time. There being down description, like Joe's favorite choir. People joining hand in hand while the music plays the band. Oh, there's something else on fire. Crazy rooster crowing midnight. Balls of lightning roll off. Old men sing about their dreams. Women laugh and children scream when the band keeps playing on. Keep on dancing through the daylight. Breathe the morning air with song. No one's noticed, but the band's all packed and gone. Was it ever here? Keep on dancing.
Come on, children, now come on and clap your hands. Well, the cool breeze came on Tuesday, and the chords of bumper crowd, and the fields are full of dancing, full of singing and romancing. The music never stops.
At a wedding reception, Bill shows the telltale signs of being wasted. In the moment, Bill decides to knight himself, Sir Parties a lot. He begins his champagne toast with, "So the groom and I meet 5 cheerleaders in Cancun." Then he asks the bride if she should really be wearing white. He tells family friends he's a love doctor. On the dance floor, he rips off his tuxedo shirt. He swings it over his head and asks the photographer, "Are you getting this?" He dives on the floor and does the worm. Bill tells the best man he'll see him at the after party, and the best man's sister at the after party.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many to drive, but what if you've had just one too many to drive? Never underestimate just a few. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, the Ad Council, and this station.
At the football game, Jim shows the telltale signs of being wasted. He attempts to high-five everyone on the way to his section, spilling his $10 beer everywhere. Back in his seat, he screams, "Defense!" His friends remind him it's halftime. He takes off his shirt and starts flexing for the camera. He refers to his muscles as gunboats. Jim screams, "How's this for a halftime show?" He tells the story about the time he flexed for the halftime show. His friend informs him that it just happened. To redeem himself, he streaks the field. Jim makes it to midfield before being tackled. The Jumbotron captures it all.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many to drive, but what if you've had just one too many to drive? Never underestimate just a few. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, the Ad Council, and this station.
The following is a public service message from the National Marijuana Council.
Did you know that marijuana is not just a right, it's a privilege? So Americans, the next time you're at a party and some beer-soaked so-called alterna boy turns to you and sincerely lectures about the evils of the devil weed marijuana, then he laughs and takes a swig out of his hugely overmass-marketed Alzheimer's disease-causing aluminum can of major label beer, go ahead. Knock that can of beer right out of his hands and stick a joint in his lips. He might just thank you. Then again, he might not.
This has been a public service message on behalf of the National Marijuana Council's Joints for the Jilted campaign. Thank you.
Gal walking by the side of the road, little gal walking alone. Little gal walking by the side of the road, little gal walking alone. But you better get home. Well, you better get home, home. Yeah, you better get home. Yeah, before your papa knows you're gone. Little boy walking alone. Little boy walking by the side of the road. Little boy walking alone. Well, you better get home. Yeah, you better get home, home. Yeah, you better get home. Yeah, before your mama finds you gone. By the side of the road, old man walking alone. Well, you better get home. Well, you better get home, home. Well, you better get home. Yeah, before your mama knows you're gone. lying by the side of the road. Dead man lying alone. Dead man lying by the side of the road. Dead man lying alone because he never got home. Guess he never got home. Oh, well, he never got home. Yeah, you know his mama found him gone.
Spleen that large?
No, not since breakfast.
It's about to trust my friends, better take my advice. You know all the rules by now, and the blood from the ice. Will you come with me? Won't you come with me? Whoa, oh, what I want to know. Will you come with me? Don't tread on me. Don't hear Uncle John's band to the tide. Come with me or go alone. He's come to take his children home. Story that God told me is the only one he knows. Like the morning sun you come, and like the wind you go. Ain't no time to hate, barely time to wait. Oh, oh, what I want to know, where does the time go? I live in a silver mine in a cold Vegas town. I got me a violin and I make it call the tune. I can hear your voice. Whoa, oh, and I want to know, how does the song go? Come here, Uncle John's band, we'll hear the sound. Got some things to talk about here beside the rising tide. Come here, Uncle John's band, play to the tide. Come on along and go alone. He's up to take his children home. Some things to talk about here beside the rising tide. Come here, Uncle John's band, wave to the tide. Come on along and go alone. He's come to take his children home. program. Shake the hand, they shook the hand of P.T. Barnum, Charlie Chan.
I am too, kids. Happy 2016 from WAIF. I'm out.